Lions fans, we came close. We came so close. Well, we came close. But we fall short to the Vikings in Minnesota. Man, I can't even call it a tough game. I feel like the Lions had every reason to win this game. I can't even sit here and just say it was that rough and rugged. We commanded that game, and we should have kept commanding that game. And some of the things that we did just put us in a bad position. I felt like we went for it when we should, and we didn't go for it when we should have. So, a lot of the decisions when it comes to Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell just weren't the greatest at times. We went a little run heavy at times when we needed to worry about getting first downs. The Vikings was giving us what we wanted. Play action was working just fine, but I felt like we were starting to do that old thing that we usually do, and that's play not to lose instead of playing to win. And I felt like that crippled us at the end. Here's the thing. Jared Goff played a pretty good game today. He played well today. But he's not the quarterback that's going to come down at the end of a game and win you a game. He's not. I think we got a little bit used to that luxury with Matthew Stafford. Even though we didn't win a lot of games. I think we got, kind of too used to that. And you see some people throwing some things at Jared Goff. No, Jared Goff, you don't put him in that position. Jared Goff is a quarterback that we all know he has to have everything, and he needs to be put in good position to be successful. He's not going to win you a game on the talents of his arm. That's not Jared Goff. He manages what you give him. So there's no slack to Jared Goff. It's just what he is. So I don't think we need to go at Jared Goff, for this game. I think we need to pay attention a little bit more to the coaching staff and some of the circumstances that happened this game. You look at it on the defensive side of the ball. I know Amani Oruwariye had a lot of penalties thrown against him. A lot of them, in a way, were kind of ineffective because of the simple fact of, the timing of the penalties. You never want to see penalties, but Aaron Glenn, they had to do what they had to do to keep Jefferson and Thielen from killing us. We was already struggling with the running game when Cook was in there, but sometimes you just got to take those nicks, man, on the chin, and that's what we did. Obviously missing Tracy Walker. Tracy Walker, fortunately, is just a ankle injury. It's not an Achilles. That's what I thought it was when he got carted to the locker room. So I'm glad to hear that. But we definitely missed him at the end. That veteran savvy would have been needed at the end. We seen a young guy get beat for the final touchdown that the Vikings scored, which pretty much won the game for them. So a lot of different angles, ways you can look at this game. You can, pinpoint and say this is what lost the game. This is what lost the game. A lot of give and take with this game. A lot of give and take. Young team, banged up. I mean, our two stars both dealing with ankle injuries. Amon-Ra St. Brown dealing with an ankle injury now. It's the last thing you want to hear as a Lions fan, because we're already dealing with that with Swift, and he's limited because of that. A healthy Swift and a healthy Amon-Ra St. Brown changes things totally for this team. But having both of those guys with ankle injuries, and man, kudos to them for being some two of the toughest young guys, man. I mean, these dudes are tough. You know what I'm saying? They could easily just say, hey, man, I'm going to take a couple games off, But, Deuce Staley had a conversation with Swift and basically challenged him to play through some of the pain. And he's been doing that. So, can't get to the bye week faster, right? We got 2 more games with the Seahawks and the Patriots before we go into the bye week. That's going to help a lot of guys out. And hopefully we see some guys return and some guys make their, debut afterwards. You got to realize, man, we got a lot of personnel out with this team. So when you put in a bad position like that during the game, it doesn't help you at all. It doesn't help you at all. You have to remember how many rookies and second year players we got out there. We have a really, really young team. So, you got to kind of expect some of the hiccups that you're going to see out there. We can't be selfish. You know what I'm saying? We weren't favored to beat the Vikings, but we should have beat the Vikings today. Minnesota is very hostile. We historically play close games against Minnesota. We did enough to win today. That's just simple and plain. We did enough to win today, and there's no other way around it. We should have won that game. Dan Campbell elected to kick the field goal. After my kicker missed the field goal, I'm not going for a field goal. I'm taking that football, and we're going to run some play action, and you're going to have to beat me that way because we're going for it in that situation. A first down ends the game. You've been aggressive with the fourth down situations the entire game. Be consistent. Continue to be aggressive because it worked. Don't shy away from it and be safe. So if I'm in that position, me personally, if I'm head coach, we go for it. That's just what it is. We go for it. So I'm not going to sit here and knock Dan Campbell. It was the right decision. It was the politically correct decision. You know what I'm saying? It was the right football decision, right? You got to stick to your guns, man. You got to be Dan Campbell. You got to have that attitude. That's what this team is. That's how we win games. You got to go out there. You got to be aggressive. And in that situation, I would have liked to see that. That's just me personally. Also, some injuries, when it comes to the D line, man. It's Aiden Hutchinson dealing with the quad. I didn't even know this existed until this week. It's back injuries, it's ankle injuries, it's quad injuries, it's toes, it's literally plaguing our team right now. And we went through training camp and through preseason healthy. And then all of a sudden, man, the rain came and, man, we are suffering right now. We are definitely suffering right now. We did still continue to get pressure on the quarterback. We were the top team in the league in pressure. I'm not sure if that's going to change after this game. So, but yeah, we only got to sack Kirk Cousins once today. They did a good job of running the football and getting that ball out of there. So even though it wasn't going to Thielen and Jefferson as much, they definitely did a good job managing that football, man, and keeping things under control because, yeah, we did create some pressure back there, but guys just wasn't able to land home. They got that ball out the quarterback's hands. So, yeah, on to the next game. We move on to the next game. Hopefully we can get a little bit healthier. We did get some guys to return this game and Ragnow, so hopefully we can get a little bit healthier, man. But these injuries are definitely hurting us right now. But who's to blame for this loss? I'm not really into the blame game right now with this team in this current state. You got more than you should have from this young team, to be honest. And that's just me. That's my opinion. Yeah, we should have won the game. I am kind of, dissatisfied with the fact that we didn't win it. But, man, it's just what's going to happen. It's the bumps and bruises we're going to have to deal with. We got to get some of these veterans back. We got to get, this team at least 85%. You know what I'm saying? So, goodness. It's just, man, it sucks. It sucks as a fan when most of your key pieces are out or dealing with injuries like that. It sucks, man. Before I get off of here, I got to take this moment and give this young player the respect that he deserves, because I still feel like he doesn't get it. Jeff Okudah. Jeff Okudah has been absolutely as advertised. I mean, he's been as advertised, you know, for the reasons that we drafted. He's been solid. You know, didn't help that he had to go up against, you know, AJ Brown the first game. AJ Brown just did some more AJ Brown things today. He's just what he is. So, you know, like I said, and on top of that, not having you know, the reps that he needed at the time, but he's been solid. He's been solid. He's been solid. He's been solid. He's been sticky. He's been aggressive. He's been chatting out there with those receivers. Jeff Okudah has been an absolute dog. And I think a lot of people owe him an apology. Like I said, I've seen a lot of people crap on him, man. Crap on him. And I'm talking about in training camp was crapping on him. And I'm so happy for the young man because not only is he doing well for my team, he's doing well. I always go with the underdog. I always go with the guys that people pick on. You're a Pistons fan, you see me go at people about Killian Hayes because I like to give these young guys a proper amount of time and opportunity to get themselves there. You got drafted because that potential was there. So I like my teams to develop these players and give them that opportunity to get there. And we did that with Jeff Okudah, and he's been balling. He's been doing this thing. So shout out to Jeff Okudah, man. You definitely deserve your respect. But yeah, I had to say that before I got off of here, man. But I'm 12 minutes in, man. So let me know in the comment section, man, what y'all thought about the coach in this game, because ultimately that's what led to this loss. Let's just be honest about it. You know, injuries and some of the decisions during this game just did not do the Lions justice, man. So with that said, leave it in the comments. I'm looking forward to it. I know a lot of y'all are down. A lot of y'all are jumping on the SOL boat again, which this is not even that type of situation, to be honest. Yeah, I'm interested to see, man. You know, I know it's about to be a lot of shenanigans in the comment section, but, you know, drop your comment, man. Just go ahead and let it out. Y'all go ahead and argue in the comments like y'all do, because I ain't arguing with you. That's just not what's going to happen. So, yeah. So you guys have a great rest of your Sunday and enjoy the rest of this football that's on today. So I'll see you guys later on the pod. We Three Kings. And that's it. Peace.